So, hello. I don't know how well this camera will focus on these products because it's quite close to my little makeup vanity right here, which is not actually vanity. This is literally a tray, a $4 tray from Daiso, and I have this piece of paper right here. And so I'll give you a little background on what I'm doing. So I'm going to be repressing things today and actually making my own franken blush. So for those of you who may or may not know, and probably may not know this, but I've had my eye on the NARS Deep Throat Blush for quite some time, and I was originally going to pick it up for my birthday, which is, by the time you see this video, it'll be over already. My birthday is in like the beginning of June, like the very beginning of June, and I'm planning on uploading this on June 5th because in place of my empties video, because I don't have that many empties. I literally only have 2 items in my little bin, so I'm gonna give it another month before I upload like a 1-minute long video. So yeah, I'm going to repress it into here, but the problem is there's currently product in here. And this lid is still intact, yes, surprisingly. I wouldn't be surprised if I broke the lid today, because that's just how these things go. But anyway, this is my project pan, so I wanted to get some footage of this before I repress it. So I'm probably going to reuse this footage again, or this photo at least, when I do my update for my project pan video. It's not even June yet. I think it's the 25th of May, so yeah, I'm going to be depotting or destroying this shadow right here, so I thought you guys might want to see that as well, because I'm going to be putting this highlighter in here just for ease of use, and I have my tool right here, tool of choice for destroying stuff. So let's get started. And I'm behind the camera, I'm not in front of the camera, so I don't know if I'm going to sound really loud and then really soft later on. So anyway, let's get started with this. I did swatch the shade. Oh, well, I did swatch on the back of my hand, but I had to wash my hand before this video. This, it doesn't, like, it's not a terrible color, and it's not terrible quality, I feel like, compared to some highlighters I've used before, but this stuff breaks me out, so I guess it's kind of terrible quality for me. So yeah, this isn't even the original highlighter. I believe this is on the loose from the Innuendo palette, and every single highlighter from that palette broke me out, so I'm not going to use this one. Let's destroy. Okay, so now that this is destroyed, I'm going to sanitize this with some isopropyl, just some alcohol, and then I'm also going to empty or toss this away and get my next set of tools. Alright, so I'm back, and I'm going to be using this Walgreens isopropyl alcohol from Walgreens that I got like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I think it was last year, actually. And a tissue. Oh. Why is the pan black? What? Why is the pan black? I am confused. Okay, so my phone is malfunctioning because I ran out of space. So I'm pretty sure I need to get an SD card. Anyway, so I'm going to be putting in some alcohol now into this pile of highlighter dust. I'm a little nervous. I'm doing it off camera because I don't want to accidentally knock everything over. Okay, it smells like alcohol right now. And I've got some in here, and this is a toothpick from earlier. And now I'm just going to mix everything together. So the consistency you're going for is not too wet. I think it's a little better if it's more dry. So right now it's too wet, which is fine because I still have a lot of powder I need to put in here. So something like this is too wet. I'm starting to wonder if all this powder is gonna fit. Okay, so I'm like starting to see that this is not all going to fit in here, and I have too much highlighter, so I'm going to actually use whatever highlighter I can't save in my blush. And I'm going to take a clean piece of paper and just press down on it. You basically want to get as much of the excess liquid out as possible when you're doing this, and also use this time to flatten it. I'm going to do it off camera because now you know how to do it, so I can get it more smooth. So this is the leftover highlighter from earlier. I wasn't able to press all of it in because it was really messy. If I had done it in a separate container, maybe I could have put all of this in, but I doubt it, and I'm going to use this powder anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, I'm going to be mixing a bunch of different things into this blush. I want it to be slightly shimmery, so that's why I have this highlighter right here. And here's one that I made before. As you can see, it's quite I don't know how to describe it. Light. I actually really like it, and this is the leftover orgasm that I have. I'm going to be grading it and using it in, I'm going to be using the rest of this in here. And I'm trying to dupe the NARS Deep Throat blush, if I didn't say that already. I was saving this shade for making this blush. It actually takes a lot of eyeshadow in order to make a blush. So I'm going to be grading up this shade, Sugar Daddy, because it does not show up on me. And I'm actually going to be using up the rest of Looky at My Cookie because, I mean, I have this color and other palettes anyway, so let's do this one first. I'm looking for like a blush that you can build up instead of like something that's super pigmented, and since this eyeshadow is way too light for me, it definitely helps with like building up. That's a bit pink. But who knows? Maybe it'll be not as pink on me. I'm hoping that it'll be very buildable because the shadows that I used are very buildable. So this is actually what the blush looks like at the end, like the final product, and I swatched it on my finger. And this is what it looks like on my hand. It's not that peachy. It's more coral than anything, but we'll see. I might adjust it with some I might have to do some color adjusting with, I think, more yellow eyeshadow, but we'll see. It's not a bad color.